Hi, y'all. Okay, so here's part three with what do you call it? Backup, right, from what I was talking about yesterday. So, one of our good friends here uh, from Hong Kong gave me this great archive here of After the Fall, a beginner's guide to destroying pedophobia, right? Fear of pedophiles. And this is from 2015, so it's a long time ago. Wherever you are reading this, I suggest you save, copy, or make backups of this paper. It might be not be here for long. This work is protected by the First Amendment, and that's a blessing. Our long tradition of freedom of speech allows us to present some of the most unfathomable and disagreeable ideas to the public without fear. How else would society move forward if highly unpopular ideas weren't available for open debate? I fully expect this essay to be vilified. It will be treated the same way abolitionist literature was treated in the 18th century, calls for women's suffrage in the 19th century, and gay literature in the 20th. It will be labeled as obscene, outrageous, and beyond the pale. But I ask all those readings to keep an open in mind, even if it was currently filled with murderous rampage. This essay is not meant for every audience. It is specifically tailored as a bill of assistance to America's most hated sexual minority, teens and adults attracted to children. We present this manuscript as a complete plan for total legal, social, and political equity within a short time frame. Because reality has a progressive bias, your triumph is inevitable. Victory is assured. So these bastards are comparing themselves to being slaves and women's suffrage, because they want to fuck little kids. Here we go. Recent victories for gay rights have left many celebrating some shocked. How did the movement advance so far in such a short period of time? The truth is, it wasn't magic. People just didn't naturally change their minds on the issue. It took years of effort by activists, peer pressure, and effective social advertising techniques. All of these were laid out in a game plan co-written by Marshall Kirk and Hunter Madsen, entitled "After the Ball: How America Will Conquer Its Fears and Hatred of Gays in the '90s." So in the '80s, when I was a kid, um, it used to be called, they used to call it, say it was a choice, right? My lifestyle choice, get out of my way. Then they switched it in the '90s to Born This Way. Lady Gag Me came out with that. Now, what's been done is gays who were fighting for rights, right now they've had to add T and Q to everything and P, right? Because the gays were just they were basically useful idiots for this, because this is what they really had planned. They wanted T and P to be foremost. In fact, in the future, you won't even be allowed to be just straight up homosexual. You'll have to be either P or T. You already know what you desire isn't harmful or unnatural, only a more perfect and virtuous union. You understand that legality has never dictated morality. See, these people, okay, I don't care what they want to say about raping children. My great aunt was raped as a 5-year old by a man, and she was ruined inside and was never able to have babies. And I don't care what pedophile tells you this is good, it is evil. Children cannot consent, okay? And I'm not afraid of them. They should be afraid of me, okay? They should be afraid of us, but they're not. Our chief issue are self-hating pedosexuals and their enablers. They call themselves virtuous. Yeah, you should hate yourself if you want to hurt children. Never doubt that you're on the right side of history. Over the past several decades have been marked by relentless removals of barriers to love, from nationality to color to sex. Age is the only one left, and even then the taboo is an extremely recent one. Pedophobia reared its ugly head in the 1600s due to Puritan morality, and the Victorian view of sex as inherently evil. No, they just didn't want people running off around having sex outside of wedlock, because it creates a lot of problems and horrible issues for the poor children that are born from it. Society can only take so much change at a time, right? And that's what the thing about progressivism is. There's never an end to progress, right? It's always got to be going. Forget what society has told you. Pedophobia is not natural. Oh, yeah? It's entirely a manufactured hatred. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll tell you what. There were men when I was a child that were after me when I was 7 years old. And I was afraid of them because I knew what they were up to. I felt them being creepy. And I don't care what these guys say. Little children should not be subject to sexual advances from adults. Children are children and deserve to be protected. So, anyways, it goes on and on about this. In order to destroy something, you must first understand why it exists and how it works. Pedophobia is the irrational fear or hatred of child sexuality and kinds. See, they want to change their name. Kinds. Individuals who are primarily attracted to people much younger than themselves. Kinds. See, this name, this is total bullshit. What's kind about raping a child? Do not have to be explicitly attracted to children for pedophobia neurosis to occur. A 40-year-old man who dates a 25-year-old woman is also branded a pedophile, even though it makes no sense legally. No, but usually when the much older person is dating someone much younger, they're looking for someone they can manipulate. Someone their own age has already been through things and is not innocent, and that's what they're looking for. The other half of pedophobia is the fear of childhood sexuality, such things such as masturbation, innocent nudity, and the like. Children do not, when you're around your parents and something sexual comes up in your kid, you feel like weirded out about it, right? Like there's some sort of sex scene on the TV. You guys don't remember that? Pedophilia is natural, independently appearing in several modern and ancient societies across the world. Pedophobia isn't. Okay. See how they twist everything? I'm going to leave this for you guys to read, and you can just see how they twist everything. Pedophobia means parents are afraid to let their children go outside. Pedophobia is why there are no more male teachers in school classrooms. Pedophobia is why more and more children are growing up ashamed of their bodies. No, it's because the media is constantly putting up pictures of people who don't have the same skeletons as we do, as the beautiful ideal. Yeah, lives are ruined, and more importantly, children's life are irreparably damaged. Yeah, if you're raped as a child, everybody knows that you're never normal again. Sex positivity, here we go, is more radical because the Victorian model of shame. Yeah, shame that someone would violate you when you're a child. See, these fuckers are so sick. Anyways, it just goes on and on. Strategy for success, for acceptance, psychological. Anyone that doesn't recognize the fact that 1 in 20 are attracted to people under the age of 18 is living a lie. If there's that many people who are actually attracted to children and want to hurt them, all of these people should just eat a gun. Because you are evil if you want to hurt a child. I'm sorry. You're just straight up evil. Social acceptance. See, here we go. Social, come out. Portray kinds as victims, not aggressive challengers. Give potential protectors, allies a just cause. Make kinds look good. Make dissenters look bad. This is how it always, in everything, problem, reaction, solution, everyone that dissents is always slandered. It's a lot harder to hate what you know personally. When pedosexuality is a shadow force, any amount of ridiculous agitprop can be spread to demonize you. But when someone you love, especially your own child, reveals their deepest secret to you, minds and hearts are changed. Being open is essential to the rest of our strategies. It empowers you since nobody else can out you. You did it on your terms. Portray kinds, here's their new word for pedophile, kinds. Victims of nature. Efforts at therapy must be considered harmful and damaging to your identity, frequently compared to bleaching blacks or Reformation camps. Give allies just cause. Recognize you're not getting anywhere without allies. Parents, straight adults, and even children themselves need to speak out in support. Make kinds look good. And this is what they're up to, right? With like Desmond is amazing, right? Pimping this poor child out, letting him dance at parties, right? Letting him hang out with murderers. Letting him talk about drugs with this guy in drag. This guy, he's hanging out. This guy actually murdered someone. Literally murdered someone. Went to jail, Michael Alec. And this poor child under the age of like 11, is hanging out with convicted murderer Michael Alec. He actually killed another gay man and chopped him up. Went to prison and he's out and he's hanging out with children. The mother started a GoFundMe. Both parents are unemployed. This is in 2018. So they use their kid for money. This is disgusting. This is a kind, right? These guys are so kind. This kid is also known as being autistic. So not only is he vaccine injured, he's being injured by these types. Just hanging out with murderers as a child is so awful. All right, so let's go to the next thing. I'll leave this thing here. I'm going to try to leave all these up so you guys can do more research. I've read and gone through so many things, and it's just, I could spend hours talking to you guys about it. Kevin Annett. Okay, so this man is the preacher I was talking about in the United Church. He's the one who was talking about the Pope, the indigenous Canadian Anglican bishop, and the head of the World Council of Churches are a trio of child killers, part of the mysterious Ninth Circle, the existence. Now, so this is like they're trying to debunk him. I don't know. I read his book, and like I told you about the papal bull, he used to have, this book here. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on. Hidden no longer book. So this book used to be like a PDF, and it's very hard to find anymore. Let's see here. That's the one that has the papal bull like at the end. It was very interesting. It's very dark. He talks about these children that are murdered, all the bodies that they've found. He even talks about, like, in Ireland, there have been all of these babies found at these convents in their sewer systems and things like that. It's really sad. You can read it here on Kindle for $2.99. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon doesn't even carry it. Yeah, you see. So you're gonna have to look online to read Kevin's book here. Now I looked at this page here, hiddennolonger.com. This is not his original page. This is not what it looked like. This is the one, Genocide in Canada. I thought this was really an eye-opening book. I think this was written in like 1998 or so. You should probably read it while you can. I thought it was, even if none of it's true, go to the very end and read the papal bull about moving the priests around and threatening them with excommunication. And then go put the number in at the Vatican website and see if it's still there. Back in like 2000, I don't know, when it was like 8 or 9 when I was reading this, I'm sorry, this is 2010. So it must have been like around 2010 when I was reading that. I went and I stuck it into the Vatican's website and looked for it, and it was actually there. Here's another one. This is the Franklin scandal I was talking about. You can also look this up. This is with the call boys in the White House, with Boys Town, the CIA. And like, remember I told you this is in Nebraska and they were pimping boys out around the world, especially to politicians. Well, here you go. This is the Washington Times, June 29th, 1989, homosexual prostitution inquiry ensnares VIPs with Reagan and Bush. The homosexual prostitution ring is under investigation by federal and district authorities and includes among its clients key officials of the Reagan and Bush administration, military officers, congressional aides, and the U.S. and foreign businessmen with close social ties to Washington's political elite, documents obtained by Washington Times. One of the ring's high-profile participants was so well connected, in fact, that he could arrange a middle-of-the-night tour of the White House for his friends on Sunday, July 3rd of last year. Among the 6 persons on the extraordinary 1 a.m. tour were 2 male prostitutes. Boys cannot be prostitutes. They're being forced into it. They've been trafficked. The federal authorities, including Secret Service, are investigating criminal aspects of the ring and have told male prostitutes and their homosexual clients that a grand jury will deliberate over the evidence throughout the summer, the Times learned. Reporters for this newspaper examined hundreds of credit card vouchers drawn on both corporate and personal cards and made payable to the escort service operated by the homosexual ring. Many of the vouchers were run through a so-called sub-merchant account of the Chambers Funeral Home by a person of the owner without the company's knowledge. Now, so this is really interesting, right? They got a funeral home, so they have access to a way to bury bodies and also probably burn them so that these kids that are orphans just can be just incinerated and gone. Among the client names contained in the vouchers and identified by prostitutes and escort operators are government officials, local-based military officers, businessmen, lawyers, bankers, congressional aides, and other professionals. Editors of the Times said the newspaper would print only the names of those found to be in sensitive government posts or positions of influence. There is no intention of publishing names or facts about the operation merely for titillation, says Wesley Pruden, managing editor of the Times. This was all covered up, y'all. All covered up. Jeffrey Epstein. So I just Googled him, right? Google him and images. Who comes up? Donna Melania, Jeffrey Epstein, and Glenn over here, Ghislaine. Either way, the names, they're trolling you with this name, right? This guy looks like he's got a big old crimson jaw implant here. Here we go again. This guy is saving the children, right? Look at this tie, right? So here, this tie is red. This tie is pink, light pink. This tie is hot pink. So he hangs out with him quite a bit, doesn't he? Here we go with Prince Andrew, right? Some of these look like they might be real females. Oh, look, Clinton. I've seen pictures of him with Bill Gates, too. This is what people don't understand. They're all the same team. Looks pretty masculine in that picture. Y'all actually believe he killed himself? I don't. A short little arm. I don't know. I haven't investigated him, but I have an idea what I'm going to find. Looking at the short arms just here from a distance. Short arms, wide hips, opposite on this creature. This thing here looks like a dude that's saying, that's what I don't understand. Naomi Campbell has ties to Jeffrey Epstein. All of these people. All of the elites. I keep telling you guys, they're all on the same team. You just keep looking around. Looks like she's high as F, right? This one is Mr. Excavator Jaw. All right, so here's another guy I was talking about, Jimmy Savile, Prince Charles. Let's see if we can find those pictures of the beds with the handcuffs on them, the bunk beds. Here they are, hanging out together in Scotland. This is Savile himself. These little guys in their skirts. Let me see if I can see, like, Scotland. They're starting to scrub stuff, so it's harder to find things. Jimmy Savile and Prince Charles' close relationship with sex abuse Bishop Peter Ball. Look at this weird looking creature. Poor kids have to deal with this shit. Crazy looking fucker, huh? Here's this home. He's got, this is what I was talking about. Let's see if this takes us. This is this house that he had. Jimmy'll fix it, right? He's a fixer. Getting children, that's what they call him over there, a fixer. See, it was vandalized. Now, this is the home I told you about that had the inside. I saw the pictures of the beds. Let's see, bunk beds. Let's see if we can find them. Oh, whoops, I didn't spell that right. Beds. Yeah, it was like, it was even reported in the Daily Mail, you know, which is like a super far left thing. Even they reported it. Pixel, here it is. Pics of bunk beds at Savile's Highlands Cottage raided by police where up to 20 suffered abuse. The number, God, I hate this website. Fast approaching 300. 400 lines of inquiry. Let's see if I can find these pictures in here that I was talking about. So this is where Prince Charles is known to have visited him. Yeah, so they had all these bunk beds. There were ones that had handcuffs on them. Let's see if they still have them. Show them. You know, who are these weirdos bringing kids out to the middle of nowhere? You know, what kind of an old man does some sort of shit like that? It's just not normal. And like I said, people don't believe in this kind of stuff. These are not the same beds that I was talking about, though. The beds that I saw, the bunk beds, they were metal. I hate this website. God, all they ever do is like obscure things and put a 50,000. See, here's him, a picture of him in front of it, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Here he's got his little 666 sign up. Here he is hanging out, laughing. Oh, it's so fun. I got my little devil horns on. I don't know. This is not the only picture that exists, though, because there's other ones that were metal that I saw, I remember. And they had handcuffs. Probably got rid of them. All right, so let's go to the next. This is what I don't understand is how these, right, like, here's the man, and here's the one with the fake jaw implant. What I don't understand is, I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand. I don't know. Like when heterosexuals think of rape, right? It's a little different than what these people have going on. Look at this curvy back, right? Look at the straight back. It's so weird that these things above us, I don't know, maybe they actually do have female genitalia because they were done in utero. Or sorry, male genitalia, so they were done in utero. I still don't understand. It's very strange. Anyways, you look into this guy, it's Jimmy Savile. Here we go. What I was talking about. Harvey Weinstein has no testicles and appears to have a vagina, says rape accuser during trial. Harvey Weinstein has no testicles and appears to have a vagina. Jessica Mann made the bombshell allegations as he accused the disgraced film producer of forcing her into oral sex and raping her in 2013. So this person raped this person with a big old brow ridge and lots of plastic surgery, right? The 34-year-old former actress tearfully opened up to the Manhattan Supreme Court jurors at Weinstein's rape and sexual assault trial. The first time I saw him fully naked, I thought he was deformed and intersex. He has extreme scarring that I didn't know if maybe he was a burn victim. He does not have testicles, and it appears like he has a vagina. Mann claims she had a strange relationship with a 67-year-old predator because of her sexual inexperience. She admitted to having consensual oral sex with Weinstein. When she first saw him naked, she testified, I was filled with compassion, absolute compassion. It seemed his anger came from a place of shame. Weinstein first raped Mann in a midtown hotel room after a planned breakfast with two others never took place because Weinstein arrived early and booked a hotel room for them. He got very mad at me for trying to speak up. I was saying to the people at the counter, we don't need a room, so he pulled me aside and told me not to embarrass him. When asked about Weinstein's hygiene, she said it was very bad. He smelled like shit. Excuse me. Sorry, like poop. He was just dirty. She recalled he peed on her once, and in a separate incident, he said, do you like my big fat Jewish, you know what? Starts with a D, which he doesn't have. See, this is what I don't understand. This female, right? This female thing is raping all these dudes. And there's my other point. Do you see this? Asia Argento? Do you really believe anybody is attacking this thing? And look at the shoulders on here. Look at this. This thing is so strong. It beat the whole living hell out of Weinstein. Look at the strength here. This is the supposed boy that this one was raping or whatever as a child. Right? This one was accusing Weinstein of this, and then it gets sexual assault allegations here. I don't know. It's all so weird, y'all. Right? And this one's always got its like fallen angel stuff going on, right? I mean, look at this face. Look at this look. This is a guy. Look at the back here, how there's no curve. It's like straight. And this is weird because this one's mate supposedly killed himself. This one's got the Justin Bieber haircut, right, to hide that it has no brow ridge. This one has a giant brow ridge. I don't know. There's just weird shit going on above us. That's all I can say. And I don't know. I don't know if it's real, right? Like, I don't know if they're just putting on this show for us to keep us in fear and to also encourage the bad people amongst us to do this sort of thing, or if they're actually doing it. You know, who's stronger, this guy or this guy, which isn't a guy? Look at these two guys right here. You think Rose McGowan just went off? No. It just started being more of itself and looking like a dude. Here we go. Man body. You see it? Look at this. This is where the testicles are supposed to hang. Look at the Q angle. Male Q angle. Shoulders way outside the hips. High belly button. So lean. Look at all the fallen angel stuff, right? Dragons, angels, everywhere. Fake crying. No tears. Oh, look. Visine. I don't know. I don't believe anything raped this thing unless he was given a roofie. Period. Now, we're going to go into other reasons why I'm not sure whether it's fake or real. This is a great book, Program to Kill, The Politics of Serial Murder. This is by David McGowan. He did all of this research into like every freaking serial killer in America, and he has like a chapter on all of them. And it shows you how the police and the government let them go over and over and over again. And this in this book, it talks about that there might be some sort of CIA uh, operating camp that trains serial killers. And so, in my opinion, it is either they are training serial killers and they're releasing them, or they're just faking it, right? And they're saying these people are serial killers, and that's why the cops let them go all the time because it's not real, right? Like they know that it's not real. So one of the two. And this is a fantastic book. And if you don't have time to read the book, this is a great LOL Field and Love. This guy has taken all of this book and made it into videos with pictures and like he's up to part 229. So if you don't really want to just read the book, you don't want to pay for it or whatever, just go here and start at 1 and start watching these videos. He's got up to part 129, right, in a movie here, if you want to do it like that, or you can watch them I literally have watched all of these. And that's how long I've been looking into this. And this is such dark matter. Just be forewarned that this is actually hard to deal with, right? Because if this is real, I mean, the government is so up to their eyeballs in it, right? Either way, whether it's real or if they're just faking it to make it seem like it's real, just keep us scared and compliant. I don't know. Here's the other thing I was talking about the Portuguese pedophile ring. All right, so it was called Casa Pia, and they were pimping out children to politicians, diplomats, and media, celebrities. So this is, like I said, this is before this Madeleine McCann thing. When I heard about Madeleine McCann and how the parents left the children in the hotel with the door unlocked, I mean, I knew what that meant, right? You don't leave your kids. If you're leaving your kids alone in a hotel, you lock the fucking door, right? Come on. They said they didn't lock the door because of a fire. Bullshit. Come on. You know that it would be easier to get your kid out of there with the door locked than it would be leave them there and leave the kid in there alone so they could be stolen. Now, this guy, Mitterrand, right, this guy is like the uncle to Francois Mitterrand. So he wrote a whole book about gay sex tourism in Asia. He's a disgusting pedophile. Frederick Mitterrand, cultural minister, has to resign for writing a book about paying boys for sex in Thailand. The book, called The Bad Life, was written 4 years ago. Right, 4 years ago, meaning, when's the date on this? 2009, 8/10/2009. So this has been going on for this is 2005 when he writes this book, The Bad Life. Before Francois Mitterrand joined the government. At the time, it attracted little attention, but it's back in the news again ever since the minister spoke out in defense of Roman Polanski, who was charged in Switzerland recently on a decades-old sex charge. Polanski, who has dual French and Polish nationality, faces deportation to the U.S. for having sex with an underage girl in 1970. Yeah, sodomizing a underage girl in 1977. Mitterrand, a nephew of former French President Francois Mitterrand, called Polanski's arrest in Switzerland horrific. He said the U.S. had shown a frightening side in its persecution of the Oscar-winning filmmaker. His comments have sparked outrage in France. He's accused of being a pedophile. All these rituals of the market for use, the slave market. Well, this is what he wrote in his book. So this is Mitterrand talking. All of these rituals of the market for use, the slave market, excited me enormously. The abundance of very attractive and immediately available boys put me in a state of desire that I no longer needed to have a break or dim. He wrote that his attention to young male prostitutes continued, even though he was aware of the sordid details of this traffic. Mitterrand admits prostitution, denies pedophilia. He said that the term boys was misleading. No, it's not. Okay, I've been to Thailand and I freaking hated it. We stepped off of the plane, we go to a 5-star hotel, and they give us like a stack of pamphlets 3 inches thick that's like little boys dressed like little girls dressed like little boys. You can order any sort of child to be sent to your room, and then you walk out on the streets and there's all these old British and Australian men holding hands with little boys. It's just white men holding hands with little Thai boys. It's just absolutely disgusting. I used to call it the land of old men and little boys. And I told my husband, like, as soon as we got there, we got to the room and I saw this stack up and I started crying and I said, I hate it here already. So this is what you got in your government. This is who loves you since what, 2004 even? The bad life. All right, so here's what I was talking about. This girl that I knew with this So I told you I was tweeting at the embassy at Kiev, and this guy replied back to me, well, what the hell was she doing wearing this around her neck then? Right? Saying that she's one of them. This is the type of necklace. Now, I did find, I actually have a necklace. It's not exactly like this, but it does have a double. It's a whole heart, and it came from K Jewelers that my mom bought for me last year. It doesn't have this open thing, though. So this is this document, the FBI logos for pedophiles, right? In fact, I'll look it up for you. FBI pedo. I better spell it like Americans do. Pedophile logos. This is wrong. I want the symbols. Symbols. This is from WikiLeaks. So anyways, that guy tweeted that at me, started me to really looking into this, right? So this is the boy lover. And you see this, like you'll even see this. This is the logo for one of these internet providers, right? And then they stamp them on coins. This is the boy lover. Where's the girl lover one? The girl lover one's the heart. There. See this heart? See this heart? And this freaked me out, right? Because this guy tweeted, and this guy's an anon person who, I don't know, he thinks Trump's saving us. I don't believe Trump's saving. And then butterflies another thing, because this butterfly is Project Monarch, right? Beta sex slave. There's a good article by Vigilant Citizen about beta sex slaves, Marilyn Monroe being the first one. I don't know if you ever saw that one. Vigilant Citizen, beta sex slaves, Project Monarch. This is very interesting. The only thing is, I don't know if it's real that they do it to themselves. I think they do it to us. It doesn't make any sense that they would do it to themselves. It makes no sense, right? All right, it's Monarch. And where's the one? He talks about, he has a really great, this is so long ago, 2012. There's like a 6-part article that he has about Marilyn Monroe as the first beta sex slave, like presented. They don't like me talking about this, do they? Marilyn Monroe's adopted father was some sort of psychologist. Here we go, The Hidden Life of Marilyn Monroe. This is well worth the read. Like I said, I don't know if, like this guy here, see it's all smoothed out, but it's a guy. I don't know that it makes a lot of sense that they do that to their own people, but maybe they do. I don't know. You can read all about it. All right, so let's go back to this. So, like I said in the last thing, I was pretty alarmed when I saw this, and I went looking around. And let's see here how easy it is to find K jewelers. I don't know. I'm not a big necklace person because my neck got broken and I can't freaking deal with like anything around my neck. Let's see. Let's call it like double. Let's see if K jewelers sell something like that, right? I know my mom got me. It doesn't look exactly like that. It does have a double, right? It has a double thing, but it doesn't have that open. Doesn't have this open thing at the bottom, right? It has double hearts inside of it, but it's closed. So let's take a look here. Images. I had gone looking around before. So see, you have some of these double-hearted ones. Mine's kind of like that, but smaller. But I don't see one. Let's see here. If we see one that looks like what she's got on, right? I'm trying to determine how easy it is to get one of these necklaces. Like, see how this necklace is? It looks a lot like this one, except for this one's open, right? And this is open. So I don't know, like, I don't know if there's meaning in that. Double heart. Let me see if I can find what is open, right? There's probably something meaning in that, like open heart, right? I guess these are more open, right? But it's not the same thing. All right, anyways, I've been trying to find, how easy is it to get a necklace like this? And it doesn't really seem that easy, right? You can get the double ones, but they're not open. So this guy tweeted this back at me, and that's what started me to studying about this. So this is this place, she was the executive director. She's been removed from the team. She used to be down here. Now you see this? This is their logo. This was created in 2019. And this logo to me, where is this? This logo to me, where's the, sorry guys. This logo, is this logo? This logo? It's kind of close looking, right? It's like the maze inside the thing. All right, so I went back looking through it, and I think what happened is, so this is a 2014 annual report, right? They're at 300,000 bucks roughly, right? They did a little less than they did in 2013. Now, back in like 2011, they were at like $49,000. Now, if you notice here in their fiscal report, this is their logo up until 2019, right? This is just the house here. Then, all of a sudden in 2019, you got the new logo. This. Is that this? To me, it's very suspicious. And then all of a sudden, she's dead. And here, even in this picture, she's wearing this necklace. And like I said, I really don't believe that she did this, like that she was involved. I think that may be why she's dead, because she's not one of these. And this might be who took over, right? Like if you see here, their operating budget is now up around 600 grand, and they've made up all of these. They've made up all of this money, right? They've got all of these kids involved now. They've got contacts in like 120 countries. Sorry, my computer's a little slow or something. Here, a fresh look. Our new logo visually represents the community that is needed to wrap around a child who has been orphaned. Wrap around a child. Wrap around a child. Pretty scary, huh? And if you look, I think that they basically just ended up getting high vis enough, right? And enough people involved, enough money involved that if I could find out like who their major funders were, right, who's involved. But I was looking at, to see if there's any switch skeletons anywhere. And I looked at their memorial and I didn't see any. Not yet. So I don't know. I doubt they'll ever investigate this line here of why this was changed, why this logo was changed from the house to something that's awful suspicious. Interesting, right? Beta, beta sex kitten. And I don't know if you guys saw these emails, right? Where I was talking about Linda Rothschild, Clinton, hot dog email. This was all that came out. Let's see if I can get WikiLeaks. It's pretty interesting to read these. Like these, we really believe like Obama and all these folks eat hot dogs when they get together, right? Here we go. Here we go. I don't know what my problem is, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, see? You want to infect your computer if you're looking at what they don't want you to see. I don't know. You guys are going to have to do some research on your own if you really want to get into this. But I figured I would I'll put a bunch of these links here when I upload the video, so you guys can go look for yourselves, because I can't just tell you this in like one hour video or something. There's just so much going on and so many things I've read and studied, and like I said, I haven't even come to a conclusion on a lot of this stuff. They don't want you to see this, do they? Yep. They do not want to see you to see this. Enjoy the chilies down there. Cheers from Cartagena. I guess like chili pepper. I don't know that that's anything. I never saw that. I probably got rid of everything. Betcha. Yeah, they made it harder to read. Fine, didn't they? It's weird here. Used to be a lot easier to find. Let's look here just at the Podesta. I'm looking for a specific email between Hillary Clinton and Lynn Forrester de Rothschild, where they were talking about having hot dogs and pizza at some party. Wouldn't surprise me if it's gone. And I'm literally sitting right by the modem here. My screen is right by the modem, and you can't even pull this up right. While it's searching for that, I'm gonna look at Podesta sculptures. This guy's a sick fucker. He has these sculptures in his house that are supposedly based on things that were found in Jeffrey Dahmer's house, right? People, like this thing that he's got over his stairway here, the headless guy that they found, right? Like I said, if you read into all this stuff, the Podestas are sick fuckers too. This bunny rabbit stuff, white rabbit. Oh, look. Look at this dude. Ugh. Look at some of these pictures here. Oh, look. With this sharp knife, cut deeply in the middle finger of your left hand and eat the pain. If you ever look up, like, different politicians with their hand wrapped, you'll find that all of them have some sort of cut thing going on. It's really bizarre. Look, oh, I got a goat head. Like, what the fuck? These people, I don't know, they're like sick in the head. Or they're, like I said, they're just wanting us to be sick. Oh, look, one eye. They're all hanging out together. They have all these weird freaking things where they got somebody at the table, supposedly, in the middle of the table. Like they have either symbolic or real cannibalism going on. Fall affair, human centerpieces. See what WikiLeaks came up with. See, you can't even find this stuff anymore. Man, I'll have to go through my documents and see if I still have it, because I put all this stuff on Facebook. Put all this stuff on Facebook, like their emails and stuff, and posted it. This is before they started doing, before they started cleansing the internet. Interesting. Like this was obviously fake, right? This was obviously a fake thing. This was a cake of some sort. Lady gag me. I think this is Heath Ledger. This looks like Courtney Love from Hole. This is Jared Leto. Gwen Stefani. Steven here. Yeah, this is. Wait, no, this is, what's his name? Not Heath Ledger Franco, James Franco. This is Courtney Love from Hole. James Franco again. Is this Sanaa Lathan, Chris Rock, Naomi Campbell, Kardashian, someone I don't know, Hole again, Lady Gag Me. This is the one that looked real. Jay-Z, Willem Dafoe. Amazing, right? Let's see if we can look at any of these body pictures and see if we can tell if they're real or not. Wants conspiracy theorists to let her be while she hangs out with a fucking pile of bones. Look, I'm a dude in a dress, dressed like the witches on, what do you call it? Oh, what's that show where they're going to use women to breed? Yeah, this is the one that was looking like it was real to me. And what kind of a bunch of sick fucks are you that you're like tasting? See, this looked real to me. This one's tasting the blood or whatever it is here. They're laughing. It's so funny. I mean, what kind of a freaking weirdo are you if this is your thing? Right? Art or occultism. Okay. Either way, whether it's real or fake, you're a bunch of idiots. It's really gross. I'm sorry, but this kind of stuff is just freaking weird, right? Like pretending to eat humans. Even if it's not real, this does look real to me. This body. And the eyes open and everything, right? It just looks like they actually killed someone here. Plus, she's got fat like a real woman would, right? These are our heroes, right? Look, here we go again. Lady Gag Me. All right, what's the spoon? I'm going to take some of this blood down here by the crotch. This looks like a body. What do they just like slit her throat and let her bleed out in here? Look, it's orgasmic. Disgusting. Disgusting. Whatever they are, they're not human. And that's not a female. I don't know. I don't know everything, but I know there's some weird shit going on at the top, and that, they're going to try to get you to like pedophiles and think it's a great. See, oh, here we go. Fact check with their little symbol here. Oh, I'm going to spiral you down in so you believe some bullshit. Some ideas here. Oh, what kind of a weirdo you gotta be to like worship people like this? Look at the Adam's apple. This guy's had some work done though on his jaw here. They're all buddies. I don't know. All I know is I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of these sick freak show people. Oh, look. I'm a snake. We're pretending to be doctors. All right, y'all. Some weird shit going on in this world. And I will leave you guys the links. All right, take care.